We are all individuals who experience different things and react in different ways. And when a relationship with a narcissistic individual comes to an end, survivors do not all respond in the same way. The trauma that they've been subjected to by a narcissistic individual, the trauma that they've suffered, endured, triggers deep survival instincts. Walter Cannon developed fight and flight survival instincts, and these have been studied further and more have come to light, such as freeze and fawn. And each of these shape an individual's healing journey and the differences in the ways that they respond to the ending of a narcissistic relationship, whether the narcissist discarded them or whether they ended it with the narcissist. There's the fight response. Many survivors can refuse to remain silent. Narcissists will claim that these people are seeking revenge when what they are actually after is justice. They seek justice. They seek to expose the narcissist games, the narcissist lies, the narcissist manipulation, to show everyone the narcissist's true colours, to show everyone what they've been subjected to, what they've endured at the hands of a narcissistic individual. They might go all out to take legal action. They can go all out to hold the narcissistic individual accountable for their actions. They can speak out to protect others. Their anger actually fuels their strength, pushing them to reclaim their power. However, without careful boundaries, the fight response can actually be detrimental. It can drain them. It can exhaustion. Narcissistic individuals absolutely thrive on conflict and will do anything to maintain control. They will drag out court cases. They don't fight fair. They fight dirty. They will go all out to smear your name, to make you look like the problem, to claim that you're bitter, jealous, obsessed, that they're only responding to you because of what you've done to them. Some individuals run. They take flight. They don't want any more to do with any of that nonsense. They cut all ties. They move away. They change their numbers. They disappear from the narcissist's reach. Self-protection is their priority. They avoid anything that reminds them of the narcissist, anything that reminds them of the past. And while this can be a necessary step for healing, complete avoidance often leads to unresolved pain lurking beneath the surface, ready to come up at any moment. Some people freeze. Many survivors can have a period of staying stuck. They can feel emotionally paralysed, unable to process the extent of what they have been through, the narcissist behaviour, what's happened to them. They become trapped in a cloud of self-doubt and confusion, anxiety and fear, still struggling to make decisions for themselves, fearing the narcissist's influence that still lingers longer in their mind. Healing requires that gentle compassion and the realisation that the past no longer defines them, which is often why many survivors, no matter what response they turn to, often need to educate themselves on narcissistic individuals and narcissistic behaviour to understand and clarify and validate what they have lived through. There is also the Fawn response, where people will go all out to keep the peace, usually at all costs to their own inner peace. They can continue pleasing the narcissist, hoping for kindness that will never come, hoping for closure from a narcissist which will never appear. This response is often deeply ingrained into those who have been conditioned to prioritise narcissistic individuals' needs over their own. When it comes to people pleasing, It is usually a survival response that has been programmed into someone during a narcissistic relationship that lingers long after the narcissistic relationship is over. And true healing begins when people realise that they need to prioritise themselves. Now, many people don't just stick with one. Many people can potentially start off with fawning, and then something happens that triggers them, so they go into the fight, or they can start off with the fawning and something triggers them, so they take flight and run. Or they can start off fighting, but the conflict with the narcissist is too draining, so they can take fight, or they can fawn. It varies on each individual's experience, what they've lived through, and the type of narcissist they're dealing with, and the type of personality they are as a person, as to which response people go for. Those who go for the fight response are often classified as petty or seeking revenge. Some people find it humorous. Good for them. Usually people who go into the fight response, good for them. You show them, you tell them. However, people who tend to go into the fawn response can then be a bit, don't you think that's a bit over the top? But what about the other person's mental health? Because they're more on the fawn, and people can have empathy yet still not understand, because their motivation is the fight response or the fawn response. They don't understand the flight or the freeze response. Because when you're dealing with the aftermath of a narcissistic relationship, you usually have enough going on that it takes time to work through that and then recognise that other people are coming from a different place. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on this channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do have a select few one-to-one slots available currently. If you're looking for further reading, I have several books out on Amazon. How to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people. How to stay sane and break the chain. A Narcissist Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse. Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment. And the new book, Behind the Mask, The Rise of a Narcissist, which is the first book in hopefully a 3-part series. These are all available on Amazon if you'd like to go and check those out. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.